Peace, y'all. It's your man Dave with my brother Quest, the man bringing you all things marriage, paying you huge dividends on your investment in time with us. We're talking about love, sex, having children, money, spirituality, life, communication, and anything else to help you thrive and win in your relationships. And guess what? This is grown folks' business. So get ready to make grown-up decisions. You know why? Because marriage ain't for suckers. That's the name of the program. Marriage ain't for suckers. All right, let's get into it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
Yes. What up, y'all? It's your boy Quest, your host with the most, alongside my man, my man, L. David Harris.
Yo, what up?
Yes, indeed. Thank you.
Sit down.
Yes,
have a seat. You know why?
Why?
Because class is in session.
Y'all already know what it is. Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast, y'all. And like your man D said, class is definitely indeed in session. Want to welcome all of our listeners, new and those who've been with us from day one. Yeah, man, D, it's a lovely thing to be able to get on week after week, man, and talk about the thing that we love the most, which is marriage.
Yeah.
And it's called relationship. Yeah. Real quick, man. A lot going on this week. You know what I'm saying? A lot going on this week. And I'll get to the BU stuff in a minute. But yeah, man, D, in another week and a couple of days, another week and a day, man, your boy will be leaving for Florida to go on this cruise for a week, a much needed vacation. You know what I'm saying? But we'll be working though. Unfortunately, it won't be all play.
No. It's a good match. It's a good mix for you.
I work on a boat any day of the week. You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. Unless you got to clean it.
I wish we were stopping off by you.
Yo,
I would just give you the time and place. I'll be like, we docking right now.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
But true, at least during that time, I have my thing going on already, so can't really come on that side.
Yeah, so yeah, it's all good in the hood, man. Shouts out to everybody who normally, like I said before, listens in week after week after week.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And the new listeners as well. Shouts out to all our listeners on iHeartRadio.
Yes.
On TuneIn.
Yes.
On Spreaker. On iTunes.
Keep going. Keep it going.
Who did I miss? On YouTube.
Yeah, Google Play. You forgot. It's a whole lot. Stitcher, Blueberry.
Stitcher,
whatever. We got
Shouts out to all the listeners. I just want to make sure we cover them all.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, man. How you living, D?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm tired, but it's a good tired, Quest, because we're in the middle of a massive, when I say massive, Quest, a massive worldwide, and I'm not hyping it. I'm going to tell you why. A worldwide net evangelism series, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Let me tell you, for 3 of the 4 days, let me tell you what God did, bro.
Yeah.
For 3 of the 4 days, the series has been top 28 on YouTube worldwide.
Yeah, dope.
And when I say that, I'm talking about trending. We're not talking about viral. So the little video we're doing by God's grace, good production, but fine. But 1,300 views or whatever, right?
Right.
Next to views of 30 million, 8 million. Yeah. Behind Ellen DeGeneres, Popcorn, Alkaline, Drake.
That's big.
You see what I'm saying? So the Lord is positioning the gospel on the top of the charts on YouTube. You know how big YouTube is?
Yeah, no doubt.
Yo, so it's something that you can't orchestrate, B. And I'm a professional. You feel what I'm saying? I know how to get other kind of trends going, but you can't position yourself in the top 25. On YouTube on your own. You can't just decide that.
Not on your own, you can't.
Nah.
Not on your own, you can't.
You just can't. And it's not about views. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not that algorithm is different. So you can try to play the game and go viral. 5 million views or whatever. Yeah. But trending is a much more complex machine than going viral. So I'm just thankful, man. We prayed about it, and one of my homeboys was like, yo, when God does his thing, No, he said he was saying it to God. So when you do what you're going to do, Lord, we're not going to be surprised.
Yeah.
So I just laughed and cried the first night. I just laughed and cried because Drake hit like multiple times in that same lineup and Popcorn and Alkaline a couple times.
Yeah.
And then like Steph Curry and his wife on a fresh video with millions of views with Ellen. So I'm like, yeah, only God could have done that, man.
Yeah.
Real talk. Done.
So shouts out to Daddy, Abba.
Yeah, he's
Father.
good. He is good. Yes.
Yeah, he is good. He is good.
Net2018.org and I'm done. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
All right, man. Shouts out to all of my people at Breathe University. When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot coming down the pipeline. Of course, this weekend is Take Control Charlotte. Will be right here in my city.
Yeah.
So if you want to be, let me tell y'all something. If you want to be in the building, and trust me, it's going to be a lovely event. But if you want to be in the building, go to etinspires.com/events. Go down to the live events and get yourself a ticket and be in the building. I promise you, it is about to be off the chain. Josh, who is one of our execs within the company, he'll be talking a lot about his entrepreneur, wisdom, how he created a company, was bought out by CPI Security Systems, and how he just continues to create companies and sell them.
Create companies. Did you hear what you just said, Quest?
Yeah, create companies.
Okay.
And sells them off.
Yeah.
And so, he is now a part of ETA, and he'll be there sharing. Chris Daniels, of course, will be there sharing wisdom. And, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Eric Thomas will be there as well.
Yeah.
Also, like for real, I don't know who's going to be on, but I'll be there. The cruise. And if you're not on this year, you know what I'm saying, the Phenomenal Life Cruise, leaving out of Fort Lauderdale, going to St. Thomas, St. Martin, and the Bahamas.
So it's a quick joint.
And we'll be 8 days, 7 nights.
Y'all leaving from where?
From Fort Lauderdale.
From Fort Lauderdale. Okay.
Yep. So it's gonna be a night. I mean, a week. A week to remember.
Word up.
And I promise you, if you miss this cruise this year, try your best. Don't miss next year. It's gonna be live. But that's what's going on this week. And like I said, if you want more information on how to become a part of a wonderful family of learners and learning. You know what I'm saying? Marriage, entrepreneurs, speaking, self-development, personal development, whatever you're trying to do in terms of going to the next level, we got it for you. www.breatheuniversity.com.
And Quest, we're going to be in the same house soon, man. Lord spare life, right? After you come off of the phenomenal joint.
Oh, yeah.
Then we're going to jump off the top rope.
Boom. Jimmy Fly snooker style on them.
Yeah, they too young, Quest. Give them something fresh. They too young. They don't know nothing about Superfly.
Cena off the top rope. John Cena.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So Sandy Cove. What's that? The second to last weekend in March
23rd through the 25th.
Yeah.
Sandy
so
Cove.
go ahead and hit that site, fullcircleministries.com. It'll be the first time I see the States in a long time. And it'll be the first time I see my homie. I ain't seen the dude in 29 years.
And we're about to turn up. Turn up.
Yo. Yeah. All right. So y'all get in where you can fit in. Come on.
Yes, indeed.
Come in there. You want to be in there, man. Telling you.
Yes,
especially
indeed.
the brothers. We're going to do something for couples, and then we're going to do something for the husbands. Yep. And the husband joints, we go hopefully like we're going to get the dudes to keep their phones like locked off on like airplane mode with no cameras so we can say everything we need to say. So if you're married to a dude, ladies already, get them in the room because we're going to talk about everything. Like everything. Yeah.
Everything.
Let me just stop before I start saying. Okay.
Everything.
All right, let's bring it down. I'm going to bring it down, Quest, because if I get up, you're going to get up, and then we can't get up. We can't get down. So, yeah. Today's program is brought to you by Audible. With more than 180,000 titles from which to choose for your Android, iPhone, and MP3 player. And today I'd like to recommend a book for you. It's from my good friend Carmen Hope Thomas, and it's titled Why Marry a Man You Don't Need, and I will emphasize don't need. Why Marry a Man You Don't Need. You don't have to get that book, but that's the one we're recommending today. Why Marry a Man You Don't Need by Carmen Hope Thomas. We're keeping it in the family, Quest. So y'all get that. It's free anyway. Try it out. See what it is. It's enjoyable. So I'm telling you because I know. I ain't just saying it. I ain't no hype man, dude.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Word. Let's go.
All right. Yep. What we talking about today, D?
When better gets worse. Yeah. I mean, I've heard the vows, right? I took the vows.
Yeah.
For better.
Richer, for,
okay, go ahead. Go from the top. Go ahead.
Yeah, for richer or poor.
Uh-huh.
In sickness and in health.
Uh-huh.
And for better or worse.
Oh, boy.
To have and to hold.
Oh, boy.
Stay forward until death.
Death. And that don't mean kill nobody, just so you know.
I know, because I know sometimes you be feeling like you want to.
Like, that's how you get out of this? No, that is not how you get out of this. No.
That is, but then you got a hefty jail sentence.
Go, man.
Yeah, so unless you're ready to give up 20 years of your life.
Yeah, and a whole lot more. So, now that we're not advocating that. We're just saying, sometimes what's better gets worse. Now what?
Yeah. So it's funny, D, because a lot of the times, and this is why I'm such a advocate for doing premarital coaching or counseling, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing I realize about marriage is that the whole object of marriage is, number one, to become whole or holy, if you will.
Yeah.
And secondarily, what I'm realizing about marriage is that the second object of marriage is to become one. Right?
Oh, boy.
And what I find is that a lot of us are being married or heading into marriage or giving into marriage, and you're becoming one with someone that, you're becoming one with someone you don't even know. And when I say no, I'm saying there are things within this person that you're becoming one with that you don't even know you're becoming one with.
How'd that go, man? Like, what?
So that's why I'm saying, like, the pre-work is so necessary. And when you get into the marriage now and you realize what you've become one with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Worse jumps into play. And you didn't know that worse was this worse. You know what I'm saying?
Wasara.
Yeah, wasara, as they would say in Jamaica, wasara. You know what I'm saying? And now you are, like my man Extra P from Main Source said back in the day, looking at the front door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You fighting every night. You know what I'm saying? You and day. You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing eye to eye. You know, you're not equally yoked. And I'm not talking about denomination. I'm not talking about faith. I'm talking about being unequally yoked. You know what I'm saying? You don't share the same principles. And it's getting bad.
Yeah.
To the point where you're looking like, yo, I'm out. I'm done with this.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What happened to the vow you took now?
Yeah.
Now you're in this position now.
Yeah.
What happened to the vow you took?
Yeah.
What happened to better or worse? You know, sickness and health, richer or poorer. Now it's poorer. Now it's sickness. And now it's worse.
Yeah.
And just because it's worse, sickness or poorer, you don't get to just pick up and leave.
Nah, man.
You made a vow. And like we always say, D, there's no way for us to talk about marriage without talking about God.
Yeah.
And one thing that God says in the word is that he does not take pleasure in fools or foolishness, if you will. So it would have been better for you not to take a vow than to take a vow and not keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll pause right there.
Real talk. Like, listen, man, can I play this video? Mm-hmm. I know it's impromptu, Quest. I'm just asking. Then you'd be like, no. Then it's just like, watch this, man. And I hope we don't get a ding for it. We good, but I just need to make sure. It's my man. It's my man, John Stoddard. It's the perfect fit right here, B. Like,
that's the homie.
This is dope. Watch.
Songs that are my story.
John and I have gone through some really serious times.
We were just hanging on, trying to make it.
You can hear that?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I had my bags packed, and my hand was actually on the door. And John prayed. Now, how you gonna leave somebody when they're praying?
I was sitting on the couch in our condo, and Helen was standing at the door with her bag packed. And whenever I tell this story, I tell people kind of half jokingly that when your significant is hollering at you, you know, or you're having a heated discussion and she's into it and she's, you know, impassioned, at least you know she's still engaged. Well, this was different. She was in a very calm, collected voice. She said, John, you know, we tried, you know, no hard feelings, let's just be friends, you know, it didn't work out.
I know that lately we've been disagreeing much more than we get along. And every time I try to see what you're seeing, I only see it wrong.
The heart of a woman is a very, very tender thing. And so when she's been hurt, it's an instinctive reaction to work to protect. Even with someone who may be on a head level, she believes it loves her and has her best interest at heart. There's a visceral part of her that will still kind of protect.
Changing my prayers to asking God to change me, and even my perception of him and how I related to him or how I responded to him started changing the whole relationship.
The fact that we've been able to make it to this point and be thriving again, not just surviving, but really doing well and seeing our relationship continuing to grow, having come from a place of real, you know, difficulty, I'll call it, but a place where things were falling apart and we just didn't think that we would stay together. So to come from there to where we are now, you know, we couldn't have done it without believing somehow, you know, hoping and having the faith that we'd be able to survive what we were going through, and that on the other side of it, if we just hung in there was something worth fighting for, that the fight would be worth it.
Now, if he goes to a different room, like, where are you going? You know, I want to be with him now, and I did not want to be with him before. So faith, hope, and love is very significant for all of us.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Soon finish.
There is something that we can see in a working marriage that, to me, mirrors and can help us see into what a healthy spiritual relationship with our Creator can be.
How do I begin to explain what I'm feeling? I'm not even sure that.
Yeah. So there you go. Now you see why you see why I was just like out the blue, like, yo, let's play this, because it fits perfectly, bro.
Yeah.
I'm shutting it off. I had a little glitch.
Yeah. So you see what we've always been saying, right?
Yeah.
And I know. Look, I need to be not naive, if you will. I mean, I wouldn't do it because I understand marriage from a place, D, where I've been to hell and back.
Uh-huh.
So I understand it from this. I would never do marriage again, and I'm not doing marriage again. But from what I understand from my first marriage, I would never do marriage again without God.
Nah.
Straight up. Straight. And now, am I saying that a marriage without God can't succeed?
Nah, you're not saying that. That would be crazy.
I'd be infantile in my thinking to even allow that to come out of my mouth. But in order for your marriage to transcend past.
Yeah.
Hear what she said, though. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hear what she said.
Yeah.
Her hand was on the door. Like,
yes.
I'm out.
Literally, dude.
Take God out of that situation, right?
Yeah.
Take God out of that situation with her hand on the door. What is going to stop her from leaving?
That's a good question. You got me. Yeah, because my man said said he started praying right then out loud.
Right on the spot. And she was like, yo, how do you leave a man who is praying? How do you do that? Because one thing ladies, and let me just say this to you. And really it's on both sides. I'm just speaking to ladies because it was her that was talking in the video.
Right. Helen.
Helen, yep. If he ain't listening to God, he sure enough ain't about to listen to you. and
Pause.
vice versa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
Like if she's not, and here I know how the whole man is the head and all of that stuff, but if she's not in tune, it's gonna be a bumpy ride.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real. But my man said that he started praying right there on the spot. And as a woman, she's like, "Oh, okay, yeah."
And listen, man, and Helen, and listen, Helen is special in a lot of ways, and true enough. Like when she makes up her mind is made up. So for that to turn around like that, that's some supernatural help. I'm telling you that, not just because it sounds like it, but I know the people, man. Those are my peoples.
Yeah.
So, like for that to work like that, God was in that.
Yeah. So I'm saying to those of you who are in difficult places right now, right? And let me just say what it is. When you think in terms of the vow, when you think of in sickness and in health, for richer or for poor, for better or for worse, in times of worse, what is your course of action?
Right.
Is God present in your marriage? Who do you turn to after you've turned to all the counselors and coaches that you possibly can turn to? There's another part of this that sticks out to me too, D, is the fact that, oh man, come on, bring it back to me. Bring it back to me. Anyway, the whole, like I said, when you've done all that you possibly can do, and there's no other way for you to turn, like you've reached the end of your road. You can't turn left or to right. You can't go over it. You can't go under it.
Right.
What do you do? Who do you turn to?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And are you thinking along? Yeah.
That's a startling question.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you thinking only about yourself and your perspective? Because it's really not your perspective that exists. Like we've said it before. I have nothing to wear. To a man, that means I don't have nothing clean to wear. To a woman, that means I have nothing new to wear. It's
right.
the same.
Two different perspectives.
Different perspectives.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So how are you looking at your difficulty? Because the truth of the matter, and we've discussed it before, is that a lot of the times you need to look at yourself before you start pointing the finger. Even if she's 70% wrong or he's 70% wrong and you're 30% wrong, that's still 30% you got to deal with before you get to their 70%.
Yeah. That means the marriage is losing. So
no doubt.
That's one marriage. It's not two marriages. It's one marriage.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I've noticed is that people play, as my man Shannon would say, basehead games.
Basehead.
Set up your own little constructs in your mind to support why you're thinking the way that you're thinking. Who is your accountability? Who is your reference point? And what do you check that up against? If you check it.
And when you say basehead games, baseheads are under the influence of something else. They're not under the influence of reason. They're not under the influence of stick-to-itiveness, of commitment, of holiness in our context, of making things better, peacemaking. Baseheads are just doing whatever they got to do to get the next hit.
That's it. And what I've noticed with us, even with men, I'll speak from a man's perspective.
Yeah.
Like, let's keep it 100. We just have a bigger responsibility than women do when it comes to our marriage.
Why, Quest? Because some people don't know that and may take issue.
It's just the way that things were ordained from the fall. And you can go in a little bit deeper than we are. We've been ordained to be head of house.
Okay.
We've been ordained to be, like for real, the head of the family.
And lest people get confused, think about it. The responsibility on that level goes positive and not so positive.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not like he's in the house like me. I am man. See me, flex, right?
No.
But the reason why Quest and the reason why we sin, and the reason why everybody out there who's listening and who ain't listening sins, partially is because Adam jumped into sin. And genetically, we're apt to do that. And that's why we need help from God to be reborn, recreated after the seed that is holy. So, yeah, he's head of household, but yeah, he's also responsible for everything that goes wrong in household.
Right? Okay. All right.
Yeah, we went there, Quest.
Okay. Since you said that, one thing I noticed about creation when Adam and Eve were created, I noticed that long story short, she got beguiled. She ate the fruit. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fruit. I noticed their eyes weren't open to know the difference in between the two until Adam ate the fruit. If you go back and you read the text, it says she ate the fruit and then Adam ate the fruit and then their eyes were opened. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So in connection with what you were speaking to a while ago, like for real, it's our responsibility. So in other words, let me just make this a little bit practical for some people. When a disagreement or an argument pops off in the house, and it's okay to disagree. It's okay to argue. Just don't sin. It's okay to be mad. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to disagree. But when she operates out of her emotions and says something sideways to you, you don't have the liberty. If you are properly operating with who you are ordained to be, you don't have the liberty to clap back.
Yeah.
If you would.
Yeah, what I was saying the other night to the people for NET 2018 was, when God came to help Adam understand where he was after he ate the fruit, he jumped into sin. He wasn't deceived, right? Mm-hmm. He said, Adam, where are you, right? The first thing Adam did was blame his wife.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
So he blamed his wife for being a poor leader because God said, where are you, Adam? I'm hiding. I'm naked. I'm ashamed. Right? So who told you were naked? Did you do what I said not to do? My wife made me do it. Pause. And then when God goes to wifey, she goes, the devil made me do it.
Yeah.
So everybody's blaming somebody. So I don't get to blame my wife for being wife or for any other thing that she does because I'm a poor leader. And my wife can't blame circumstances. She can't blame having too much to do. She can't blame my son is completely off the charts and he's stressing me out. I'm talking about in terms of sin. And so we really need to keep it in perspective and say that we have to have self-control. And when we are losing self-control, we link into God, but sometimes we need also human intervention, people that can help us with either anger management or stress management or whatever it is that our deficiency is. There are people that can help in those areas.
Yo, it's funny you say that, D. This week I was coaching.
Yeah.
And this week I shared with a couple that, let me tell you something, I will do right up until I know what to do. And the minute that I know that I've been working with a thing a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and I'm not getting any resolve, okay, yo, E, who you know a couple of good therapists in my area.
So when the coaching and mentorship has run its course,
I'm just saying
you got to go to the next level.
And that's not just for other people, D. I'm talking about for me.
For self, okay.
Let me tell you something. What I realized about my marriage is that my marriage is not just about me and Faith.
No, exactly.
It's not just
Say
about
that.
me and Faith.
Yeah.
It's about everybody else who's looking at our relationship, single people and married people alike.
Yeah.
Who are looking at my relationship and saying to themselves, okay, they've been rocking like the way that they've been rocking for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And if it don't work out for them, and if they're heading to these issues, what's it going to do for me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How's it going to work for me? And so if I need a therapist and I'm not operating in my husbanddom, if you will, then I got to go see somebody because I need to get back on track because this is not just about me.
That's right.
I got too much riding on it, and it's not just me and my family.
That's right. We're responsible to anybody over whom we have influence. Yeah. Some of us more, some of us less, but the bottom line is we all are responsible for each other. I'm not my brother's keeper. I am my brother, Quest. Holla.
Holla. Stay focused, y'all.
There you have it, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. Marriage is about mutual love and mutual respect, and it works for those willing to make it work. Real talk, our spouses are treasured jewels given to us to make life better. And the sooner we learn to value one another will be the sooner we become the absolute best versions of ourselves we can be. Until next time, peace.